What is up, Moment Family? It's your boy Joshua Martin. Today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 12 Pro Max and my time with it over the past week. So let's get with it. Get with it? What's up, y'all? This is going to be the start of the 1 week with the iPhone Pro Max. So I'm just going over some of the general stuff, just kind of get things rolling. So the screen actually makes a massive difference. I haven't used these larger phones before, and I'm really enjoying it. The bigger screen is just a plus in video work, photography, video content consuming, and especially mobile gaming and just productivity. But I do want to talk about how fast this phone is. Now, in all of the phones, this new A14 chip is just stupid fast. Coming from the iPhone XR, for example, I will be playing Pokemon Go, right? Yes, I play Pokemon Go. And I get a text message and I go out to answer the text message, or I just pull it down and I come back to the game and the game reboots itself. Now, doing that same thing on the Max, I can answer a text message and then go right back to what I was doing, or seamlessly switch between apps and just pick up where I've left off. Like, that experience in itself just makes things a lot faster, and I really enjoyed that. In a way, it's kind of like multitasking, and I guess that I can say that is one downside that iOS 14 hasn't really implemented, where this could have been like, you can have split screen multitasking, promotion, all those things that will make it feel like a more premium pro level, especially at its price tag. Aside from that, yeah, this phone is stupid fast, switching between apps. It's pretty responsive in a lot of situations that you expect it to be to perform at its max. No pun intended. So, like, talking about some of the apps, I could think about one app that's pretty like intensive is Genshin Impact. That's a game I've really enjoyed playing, and it's just like fully fledged console game for the mobile device. Only thing that's missing is like controller support, but it is a total beast of a game, and this phone handles it like a breeze. So that's really exciting because I could spend a couple of hours playing this game and it's no hiccups. It hasn't crashed on me, anything like that. So that's really reassuring. So going to the creative apps that I use, I'm sure many of you don't know what camera brand I'm about to mention, but I use the Zcam E2S6. It's a cinema camera, and one of the cool features of it, it allows you to control the camera when you use the mobile app that it provides. I bring that up because if you strip away the phone aspect of this, the Pro Max, this becomes a 800 nit 6.7 inch touchscreen monitor that you can use for the Zcam E2S6, and I find that pretty awesome because this is actually a great size just to pop on and control everything I need to on the camera. Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool way of using that, in a unique way that is too. So yeah, like, just really using this phone in general, the battery life is just phenomenal. Like, I spent hours on this, almost 6 to 8 hours, just kind of going through answering things on Slack, emails, watching some video, playing some games, using this as a monitor. Like, I do a ton of things with this phone, and the battery just eats it up in a good way. Like, it lasts the day. I barely have to charge it. I sometimes do forget to charge it, but this can take a serious beating in terms of the battery. So this whole week has been, I just tripped over a stick. This whole week, it's been really cloudy and rainy, and now we actually get some good light. So I'm actually jump out here and take a few photos. There's a pond where we live, and man, this front camera is really nice. There's a pond where we live, and so the light kind of scatters across in this little patch over here. So I'm gonna use our 58 on the telly to see how close I can get and get some photos around here, you know? I really just take a lot of mundane imagery, things that are just unique to me, architecture, color, textures, stuff like that. And man, this camera system is just really impressive on the photography side. Images are nice and clean. You have variations of the ultra wide, the standard, and then the tele. Though I prefer using our telephoto lens, the 58 on the standard, because I just think the quality of the tele is just not that great, even in photo or video. Overall, it's just always a great experience, being able to being so nimble, whip out the phone, get the shots you want, and then edit from there. Now I found that portrait mode has really improved, especially when trying to cut out the subject from the background, and I love the fact that you can still adjust that afterwards, but it's a lot more responsive, it's snappier, especially in a situation where I was in the store and I was following my daughter around and I was just snapping away trying to get the best moment with her because she was walking around with these film cameras. It was so cute. Sorry, dad moment. But yeah, that was really cool to see how quickly and responsive it is, because previously portrait mode for me has been just super slow, and especially if there's not enough light, it's gonna just kind of hunt for a bit before it finds anything. Now it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than before. Another thing I noticed that had changed from the photo app and the native side of the camera is that before, if you press down the shutter button on the camera app, it will give you that burst mode. I don't know how to do that anymore, because now if I hold it down, they changed the feature where it's called the quick video. So if you press and long hold the shutter button, it starts recording video versus doing the burst mode. And I was trying to capture an image where I needed the burst mode, but then I got that feature. So that was a weird change. Now I'm sure that's just more of an iOS thing more than obviously a hardware thing with the phone itself. So just keep that in mind. Now getting to the video aspect, one thing I never really considered doing was using the front-facing camera as a camera to use for creating content. Because previously, front-facing cameras on iPhone had just been trash to me. I just never liked it. But this is better, a lot better. It's not great. It's not as good as the rear standard lens. All 4 cameras are 12 megapixels now, so it's a lot more detail, a little bit better in low light, and I was super impressed. I wonder if this camera records HDR video in the front. Look at that. That's kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. That's trippy, yo. That looks really good. I'm actually okay. I gotta learn to look at the camera here. That's really good. Exposure, fix exposure, fix exposure. Anyway. One thing I have noticed a lot more too is though when I'm filming, the HDR settings and stuff that stays on, it does that flicker. At first I thought I wasn't locking my exposure, so I was getting that flicker, that change of light, but no, I think it's actually the HDR causing that flickering, and it's really unpleasant to see. So hopefully that can be fixed in a future software update. Actually, let me try something. I want to see what this looks like with studio lighting. So right now I am being lit by my 120D. I'm sure there's going to be ghosting and all that stuff, but I'm being lit with my 120D right now. This focal length is probably a 26. Oh, I could kind of see myself in here, man. That looks pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. I can see my reflection through my matte box right now, but yeah, with some decent light, this can rock. This can rock hard, yo. Put some decent audio, put some nice, rim light, key light, all that good stuff. You can dress this up pretty nice and it can perform well. Now the benefit of like using the rear cameras over the front facing cameras is obviously the autofocus tracking and a better camera system anyway. But what I do like of using the front facing camera, let me switch to that now. Yeah, I can tell immediately the difference. But using the front facing camera, I have my screen now. And I'm trying my best not to look at myself because there's always that side, that side look, oh yeah, I'm talking to the camera. No, I'm talking to the screen. This is the camera here. So yeah, the benefit would be definitely, looking at yourself to try to check framing and all that. But I mean, I bet if you tweaked it a little bit more, you could get it kind of nice. The skin looks a little obviously not as detailed as the back camera, but this is kind of a look. Yeah, like I said, you can do a lot with these phones. These are literally mini mirrorless cameras in your pocket. And just for kicks and giggles, here's the wide angle. I wonder if this is doing better because there's actually, you know, a lot of light hitting my face, but I'm sure in the shadows you'll see a lot of noise, things like that. So yeah, the iPhone 12 line has become mini mirrorless cameras in your pocket, and you can create a lot of content from this, from vlogs, from even high-end stuff, short films. Like, you can do a lot with just the cameras in your pocket, and it's really amazing to see that. So that's a wrap for this video. I know I was a bit all over the place, forgive me for that. But yeah, continue to share with us some of the content that you guys are making, especially on Twitter. We love that stuff. And make sure to check out our holiday sales right now. It's going on, some great deals. And if you're wondering some gifts that you want to share with your loved ones, filmmaker friends, photographer friends, we did make a gear guide, so make sure to check out that video as well. But yeah, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.